all poisoned by it.
Mhm.
It's not just the guys.
Mhm.
It's the women too.
Oh, I've met quite a few women with internalized misogyny and that are really
for sure.
Yeah,
So when this woman, now watch this, if we're talking about our sisters being the most educated demographic in the country,
Mhm.
if you're the most educated demographic in the country, it would stand to reason that eventually that's going to turn into dollars.
Mhm.
And if that turns into dollars, it stands to reason that you will probably be the bigger breadwinner in your relationship. Are you ready for that?
Okay, so let me ask you this. That is a very good
Most women are not.
So that is a very good question. That is a very, very good question. However,
because we got to have a real conversation now. I'm done having the surface level fake conversation. I went all the way, and I'm okay with that. I just want him to have feelings. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're lying.
You're right.
You're lying.
Okay, so let me say by way of observation,
Mm-hmm.
I have observed
Mm-hmm.
in relationships with friends, when the woman is the breadwinner,
Yes.
boy, does it get super complicated.
It gets so
but
complicated.
There's two things that are happening.
You know why? Because everybody has to retrain their brain.
So there's two things that are happening at the same time.
Yep.
One, she may feel it's a little bit challenging to regard him as the head of the household when she's the one paying for the household.
So let me get to that real quick. This is good.
Mhm.
This is good.
Mhm.
We got to bring into the conversation now this idea of particularly Black men and Black women. Black women are under the impression that when they become accomplished and they make more money, that Black men are intimidated by them.
Do you not agree that some
It's
are?
ridiculous. It is ridiculous. There's a huge difference between being intimidated and turned off.
Okay.
Because I have seen this firsthand from some of our sisters who carry this like a badge.
Mm-hmm.
No man, I'm gonna get crass for a second.
Okay.
If you are not bending over your man, and if you can't beat him up, you can't intimidate him. It's not possible. Let's stop the garbage.
Okay.
No man is going to be intimidated by you unless you are bending him over or beating him up.
Okay.
Now watch this.
Okay.
We're going to have a real conversation now.
We are.
Because we got to start retraining our brain because we've all been poisoned.
I know this. Okay.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
My wife, by the way, right now, Mrs. Whitfield out-earns Mr. Whitfield.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one man in that house. At 3 o'clock in the morning, when my wife wakes up and she says, babe,
I heard a sound.
Babe, I heard something. If it were difficult for her to see me as the man of the house,
Mm-hmm.
she would get up, grab the gun, grab the Roddy, and go see if everything is okay. While
Mm-hmm.
I lay underneath the covers and wait for her to get back.
Mm-hmm.
There's one man in that house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care listen, be a boss
Mm-hmm.
outside that house. When you come in here, you are Mrs., not Mr.
Mm-hmm.
I am the leader of my house, not because I tell anybody what to do. I'm too smart for that.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is from the south side of Chicago. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. If we don't do life right in our house, somebody will die.
That's yeah, it's true.
You understand?
Yes, you guys are both tough cookies.
I do not tell my wife what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I show my wife what to do. That's what makes me the leader of the house.
Okay. In what way?
I am the model that everyone in the house mirrors.
Okay.
We talking about getting into shape. You talked about,
Mm-hmm.
what do you see on social media?
You in the gym.
Mr. Whitfield is in the gym.
Yes.
I am modeling for my wife
Mm-hmm.
what she can do.
So welcome in everyone to No Middleman. It is Money Making Monday. Before we get started, we do got some money in the chat. We got some money in the chat. Shout out to our boy Plug, man. Your very favorite Uncle Plug TV, man. We'll get a new soundtrack. We'll get a new soundtrack at the end of the show for sure. So what is y'all thoughts about?
No,
What is it? Go ahead, boss
I'm
man.
gonna put no music on there. Go ahead.
What are y'all thoughts about this? We got our first segment here. Are men intimidated? This interview with Melyssa Ford and Mr. Whitfield there has gone viral, and they've been talking about a few topics, which we will touch a few today, just to have like a lighthearted Monday conversation, nothing too serious. What is your guys' thoughts on what has been said so far? We'll start with the lady first.
It was interesting to hear him say that men aren't intimidated by women who make more money than them. It's more so of a turnoff. What's more of a turnoff is the woman boasting, "Hey, I got this degree, I got that, I make this much amount of money. You can't tell me what to do because I make more money than you," type deal. So that's the more turnoff than being intimidated, so called. So it was interesting to hear his perspective on that. I think that I agree with mostly everything. Well, mostly everything he said when it comes to provision and protection of the household, no matter the income. A man should still have that hierarchy should still be in the home when it's a two-person home in that essence. So yeah.
What you got for him, Bud?
Our bread.
Our bread.
That's our bread.
What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine, and mine is mine.
I'm getting a portion regardless. As should every man should be getting a portion. I just don't that dynamic. I wonder where that dynamic actually lives. I wonder where that dynamic lives. That's a very poor household. If she's making more than he is. if she's making more than he is, that's a very poor household. That's a very substandard household.
Why so?
Because if she is making more, the one that is making exceptionally more amount of money, that woman, she's possibly by herself.
But what if that's not the case though, Bud?
Because even when I spoke on the money dynamic, and even in a man with that money dynamic, you have to get used to making that type of money. And once you start making that type of money, people change. Men change. A woman is definitely going to change. She's not going to be completely in her femininity with that amount of money. That's a special breed of woman. Because if she's handling majority of the bills, if she's handling majority of, the responsibility, that's a dynamic that she possibly hadn't seen, because she didn't see that in her household. So she's going to mimic the person, or the ideal of the person she saw making that money, which would possibly be her father, and she would possibly run that relationship straight into the dirt, because a man can't be handled the way a man handles a woman. A man just cannot be handled by a woman the way a man handles a woman. It just won't work. And if she is making not that significant amount more, that's a very poor household.
Say the man is making $65,000 a year.
Okay.
And when they meet, the woman is also making close to nearly that amount. Okay. I'm not gonna say they're equals when it comes to finances, but they're close. Okay. Say that woman finishes up her degree while they're together. They haven't had any babies yet. That degree pushes her into a new position where it halves her salary. So 65 to 90. We're gonna say 95 to $100,000. So you're telling me that the dynamics in the household is gonna change because she's making that much more money now?
Yes. because you had to make that adjustment from that 40 to even 50,000, that 50 to even 60,000. Now that 65 to 100K to 90K, that's a significant bump in pay.
It is.
That's a significant bump in pay. And he's still in the same place. You're going to feel like you're outgrowing him. That dynamic will change.
Okay. I respect
I've seen that exact example that you just stated. I've seen that actually happen in real life and seen the dynamic change and seen within 2 years it was over with.
Do you think that, and this is gonna be my last pushback and my last question, do you think that if the man of the household who initially had provision, who was initially head of the household, provision, providing, all that, do you think that if he keeps that dynamic, that stance the whole while, the money will still change?
Majority of men are they're not built like that these days.
Okay.
Majority of men are either focused on himself and his place of employment. They don't hold those standards anymore. Those standards of a man is not, it doesn't happen. They come in hand, shoulder to shoulder. No one's leading there. This is our household. That's the way it is. And to think that someone would be in the driver's seat of their home nowadays, 9 times out of 10, the counterpart is not happy. And it's not her fault, and it's not his fault. It's just the way things are today with social media, the way the social media mindset is set up. That's just the way it is. It takes a special breed. You know what I mean? It takes a special breed. It would take that man who knows that he's that and know that he's going to be that to keep that mindset to say, okay, yeah, she making more than me now. Yeah, she looking out for me now. But I'll be there. That's the only dynamic of a house. It has to be in hierarchy. And in the hierarchy also equates the revenue as well. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, how can the GM make more than the CEO? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. What you got? So you quiet. You want me to read the comment?
Was
you just quiet?
Oh no, I think y'all had a very, very good dialogue. I just think it's I think my thought process might be a little far-fetched, but I feel that men just need to take care of what they need to take care of. I think it's too much talking of the pockets. If I'm the man, I'm gonna provide you a roof over your head. I'm gonna pay for everything that needs to be paid for. Don't worry about what I'm bringing in. Especially if we ain't sharing accounts, it don't even matter. As long as you getting what you need, and I'm covering you, and I'm providing, we can do date night. I don't think the numbers are really important. I think once we start talking the number game, that's just people trying to establish their dominance at that point in the household. That's why I do kind of agree with Plug at a certain point. If that's like what we are talking about at that moment, that woman has already chose her path. You see what I mean? Like if Plug could come in the house and he paying the mortgage, he paying car notes, it don't really matter what he makes. He's making everything happen. I think that's the most important part, just providing what a man's supposed to do, that provision, that protection. It don't matter how. I ain't asking you for nothing. I ain't borrowing nothing from you. Nobody knocking on our door. We ain't getting no crazy phone call. We don't owe nobody. Car ain't getting repoed out the yard. Like, I feel like sometimes we talk too figuratively, unattended. You know what I mean? I think our roles have started to be defined by numbers instead of actions.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
But,
so that's why for me, just bring it in. Do what you do.
I like what Jen said. What if that money is invested? Like, while they're talking about that dynamic of the money, how much is being invested? How much is being saved? How much is being brought to the fact where we're planning. Now that is proper planning for our future.
Whose responsibility does that fall on to set those to set those dynamics?
Both. Like it should be a joint saving, not savings, but a joint investment, and then separate investments, things that y'all both can see, and then the ones you have to yourself. You got to have that sense. You have to have privacy to where your money is going and what you do with your bread, what I do with my bread, and then what we're doing together, building that solid foundation moving forward, which I think a lot of people neglect, because you say you are making that significant amount of money. Then where's that money going? Because if it's only for expenditures, then we dead. We both dead. Because if I'm check to check and you happen to be making, and I am taking care of everything, and you're making a significant amount more, but you're only spending it on bags and shoes, then guess what? We're dead. We're dead. I want to see it. It makes no sense, absolutely no sense to make 85, 90,000 a year, and your savings is at $400.
And all those conversations can be had without telling what you make. It sounds crazy to people, but like if we sit down as a couple and we say, hey, every month we want to put back $1,000 as a couple, we're going, okay, it don't matter how I bring my 500 to the table.
Yeah, that's real.
You see what I mean? Like I'm telling you, like I really, because like everybody spends their money differently. Like there are some people who can make, y'all seen it. We all grew up. Some of us grew up in it. You could see somebody probably making 45, 50,000 a year, and they managing a home, a car, their child. Like everybody just spends and does things differently. So I think it's like Plug was saying, like Jim was saying, have the conversation and what can we do? Because you know what you can do. You know what I mean? If she talking about putting up 2,500 and you know you can't put up 2,500, you need to be suave with it and be like, hey, nah, I think we should start off a little low first. You know what I mean? Like you can connect the dots however you want. But at the end of the day, the woman's looking for consistency.
Oh yeah.
Every woman is looking for consistency. It don't matter how you bringing it, as long as you're consistent. You know what I mean? And like I think that goes back to just everything in life, even in the streets. They don't care how you pay them. They just want they gave you the product. They want their share back. That's it.
I want my mother money.
Put it back. But I think it's a very interesting conversation because it has become something huge. And we didn't play the beginning of the video, but the reason why they started talking about the talk, because he also talked about, it's very obvious why more women make more than men now, is because he was talking about black women. More black women are now college educated. They're getting jobs in certain fields. So he said, of course, if more black women are getting more education and getting better jobs, eventually they're going to outnumber what most men bring in. And then that's how the conversation started. So just to give it some preference, but good conversation, man. I like y'all dialogue, Rain and Plug. I like it.
Show coming soon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
Look, Penny said, just wondering when we started diagnosing and stopped understanding. Richard said, when women check their sons, that shocks me. That's messing his whole mind up deep. Penny said, you can't ask a man to take a bullet in a back seat. I'm just saying. Mariel said, but Richard, what if there's no man there?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Penny said, the household Hollywood, that don't count. It's all fantasy. They acting anyways.
Yeah, the Whitfields too. I think he retired pretty much now. So
Mariel said, but he didn't say that she was handling more of the bills. He just said that she made more than him.
There you go.
Richard said, I don't know. A guy has to be around. He also said, I don't know. My ex went to college, child psychology.
Oh, okay.
Mira said, in the perfect world, Richard. Penny said, preach. Richard said, people who had wealth their whole existence don't care about your money.
Read that one more time.
People who had wealth their whole existence don't care about your money.
That is very true. Richard, you said something there. That's a lot. That was a lot. And
I
that was a lot
yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
I say, boy, it's a different conversation when you've been talking about somebody who's been eating for like a long time.
Yeah.
Like over, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 years they've been eating. You know what I mean? Like they play their full.
Their principles change.
Totally different. Totally different.
No Ego says salutations all.
What's good, No Ego?
Penny said the real conversation is less money and more purpose and agenda. Does your agenda still align with the common agreed upon purpose through his leadership? But because the degree came before purpose, that did he finish that statement?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know if it get down to.
Okay, Miriam said, "Hey, No Ego." Penny said the rub. Richard said, "Okay." Richard said, "Question: Why is it like that?"
Which part, Richard?
Jen said, "It's a joint conversation with joint decisions." Penny says today's relationships have been reduced to power dynamics based on other people's trauma.
Oh. Anything, Ray? No. Okay. All right. I ain't gonna pry.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that, because it's like what somebody has seen in their past, like if they come from a single parent household or if they came from a household where the man wasn't leading it properly. So their relationships today, might more so reflect their past relationships that they've seen in the past. No Ego said the money won't change the man. It's the woman who will change in that scenario. She will call rank in the relationship.
I will always don't check my pocket, but I'll always check yours.
You think that's true?
It's a double standard. I always check your pocket. Don't ever check mine. Yeah, it's a clear double standard. It's a clear double standard, but they do exist. We do understand that on No Middleman, don't we? There's a double standard. Because the thing is, if I do make a significant amount more, and you know what I mean, if you're not doing well, I would like to know, because I can't have my woman out here with nothing.
That's I understand that.
Right. Yeah. Right. So if you are tasked, because I'm not 100% man, I'm always 50-50 in my household. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna if you got an opinion, you're gonna have a bill. So it is what it is. So I got to make sure that you always have something. You know what I mean? So that's why I always check your pocket. You'll never have to check mine.
No Ego said, regarding the topic of money, she can make all the money in the world, the less I gotta make.
no ego for sure. No ego for sure.
No ego for sure.
No, he living up to his name. No ego.
That's just not my makeup. That's just not my makeup. I had examples prior to, in my life that was like, nah, just can't. I just that dynamic is different. You know what I'm saying? He's a softer side of Sears when he's not making the revenue. You know what I mean? It's like when he's not like heading the fort like with the revenue. It's still, even though he gets that leadership, that man, that the head of the household, it still ain't the same. It still don't hit the same, and it don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. It just don't hit the same.
Jen said, Ridge, it's so true. If you have your own, you don't worry about anyone else's. Classic said, I think men worry about being able to handle what he's tasked with. I think women worry about dollar amounts, in my opinion. Penny said, old folks used to say, as a man, don't let them know everything in your pockets.
Yep. Just do.
Classic said, most men want to be able. I don't think men play comparison games with a woman. Not in totality, but majority, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Penny said, a lot of women have... Huh?
Oh my bad. Yeah. Oh my bad. That microphone loud.
Penny said a lot of women live guarded because the mother went through trauma, not them.
A lot of women live guarded because their mother went through.
Trauma, not them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say anything on this, right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, being in a single parent household, watching my mother in her past relationships as well, growing through the relationship she went through when I was coming up. They do make a significant impact on my choices, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know.
Do y'all believe that?
I can see it on your face.
Yeah.
Do y'all believe that you can have a beautiful struggle? Does
Yes.
that make sense to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think sometimes we end up putting like trauma or the word trauma on certain things, but it really wasn't as bad as we thought it was. You know what I mean? Like when you compare the times and stuff, like sometimes it's not always as bad as it may seem. You know what I mean? Like my daughter won't ever remember, but I mean, we tell her the stories as she got older, but like we were broke. You know what I mean? My daughter don't know that we had a empty 1-bedroom apartment for almost a year until them income tax drop when I was 18 years old. You know what I mean? Like all she remembers is like she was in her walker and she had all the space in the world.
Yeah.
And then when we moved and went to New Mexico, she don't understand that we couldn't afford Christmas gifts, but we took her to Walmart and we let her pick out her own little Dora the Explorer. You see what I mean? Like she never really understood the struggle because we provided something small in the midst of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the struggle can be beautiful. I think it's just all about how you guard your children as you're raising them or training them up, not raising them, training them.
It's easy to fool them jokers, bro. You know how easy it is. We'll get a couple of LOLs from CVS real quick in a big bag of some candy. Man, they don't know nothing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ray. Did you read this? Oh, you already read that.
Yeah. Mira said it's okay to check her pockets if you're putting something in them.
I do.
Wait, plug. Wait. Why you have to look away, plug?
I don't, because I can't imagine that, when the women that are around you are not in a good space to be able to do the little things that they want to do.
Yeah.
Especially after they handle their responsibility and the things that they have to do around the house and they can't do the things that they want to do. You know what I mean? That's like a reward for all the things, the cooking, the cleaning. Like you got to make sure that it's like you're not paying them to do these things, but those are the things that if you can't take care of them for yourself, I should be in that clutch for you to make sure that you can do those little things, nails done, you know what I'm saying, toes done, and little pampering and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get great value. You know what I mean? Like, hey, don't bring this in here. Because I'm the first one, hey, don't bring this in here. You know what I'm saying? The standard is this, and that's what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't bring me no chicken liver, no beef liver. We don't do none of that. And don't get them little thin little pork chops. Don't bring them in here. No. Get them center cuts. Tenderloin, chicken breast. Purdue.
Richard said, I'm talking about men has to make more money when they're made to fail. Black men, middle class is considered wealth to too many people.
Oh, he said I'm talking about me. Okay. That makes sense. I see what you're saying.
Jen said, good point, little Penny. You try to better for yourself than what you witnessed growing up. Absolutely. Yeah. Penny said, is it fair for the man to pay for another man's sins? Absolutely not. Penny said, at rain. Absolutely not. No, sir. Classic said, love and money are two different conversations. Jen said, Penny, no, it's not fair either way. A woman should not have to pay for another woman's sins either.